Okay, okay. Looks like oh yeah, here we are. We are live. It's kind of neat. I can watch it on. I can watch the live. Click on your G Plus account too now. So, welcome viewers. This is the Wednesday night Team Certainty and Power Network Google Hangout for prospective new members. A lot going on tonight. We'll quickly get to it. And Power Network's going on with their big broadcast tonight. We're going to tie into that and watch a little bit of it here in just a few minutes. I do have with me Mr. Gary Smith and Mr. Iron Dane Richards. How you fellas doing tonight?
Good. Hey, Mike, that was my volume, buddy. That was my volume button.
What was that?
I was telling you to turn it up, and it was me.
Oh, okay. We had a little bit of problem bandwidth, and so we used to talk about my. It's like I'm using this mic.
His volume was down earlier.
Your volume down. You turn that earpiece up. Okay. Well, welcome viewers tonight. I say this. We hang out twice a week, this time period from Wednesday nights from 8 to 9 p.m. Central Time here in the United States for prospective new members, as well as we do another Google Hangout the same week, Saturday mornings from 11 to 11:30. It's only a half an hour. It's designed for questions and answers, and that's what the support tab is on the side of your page over here. If you're watching this on a broadcast page, just click that tab. That button will open, and you can type in a question about Team Certainty. Empower Network, any one of the team leaders here, a support team will answer that for you, and move the question to us on Saturday mornings if they deem it appropriate to answer live, for the other viewers. Certainly like to welcome, thank you tonight for the time out of your schedule this Wednesday evening, and wherever you are in the world. Whether you're watching this live or on a replay, one of our broadcast pages, YouTube channels, or even possibly listening on one of the radio broadcast stations we broadcast on the internet, thanks for taking your time, especially on a replay. We do a lot of replays just because of the nature of our international customers. I've been so swamped the last 3 or 4 days, I can't even see straight. I've been so busy. But, Empower Network has launched. It was kind of interesting because on Saturday we got a question from a viewer saying, does Empower Network have any new products? Do you remember that question?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got, and my response was, they always have new, and you never know when they're going to come out with a new one. Well, David Wood, for whatever reason, I knew he was going to do his launch this week, but, it's actually 3 new products. And we're just seeing the first one tonight, and it's the top producer. I'll let Gary Smith chat about it here in just a minute, but we're going to tie into the Empower Network. We're going to let you prospective new members watch behind the scenes tonight on what is all in only viewing, and we're going to let you watch in for a little bit and see what what we're talking about here at Empower Network and how we communicate. Is doing a launch like this, which we're about to do. You'll get the inside scoop on this, new top producer product. It is a new income stream, and you do have a power line with it as well. And the new products coming out will have the same. And look, I've been swamped. I haven't had a chance to really get into it and figure out the ups and downs of it. Mr. Smith, you want to, just a couple minutes, and then let's tie into the broadcast. But
Okay.
and Mr. Iron Dane Richards, you'll take the nod from Mr. Smith on when to do that. But Gary, can you just elaborate a bit on what this top producer product is?
Empower Network is forever looking for new and better ways to promote and sell stuff, and David Wood has kind of been fed up with some of the stuff that's out there, and so he's came up with this formula called the Top Producer Formula, and we're going to actually launch this thing. It is available to people that are already signed up now, and I'm not sure on the certain levels and stuff that they have accessibility to it, but I bought mine today, so. It's when I bought into Empower Network, I bought in at a much lower price than a lot of the people on the panel here have, because I bought the products when they were just launching, and they're always available to people that are currently in at a greatly reduced price. And so, I bought in at those numbers on every product that Empower has, except for maybe one. And I actually had that offered to me. Had I gone to Costa Rica, I'd have got it for free, but I couldn't go that weekend, and probably one of my biggest mistakes, but oh well, it is what it is. And we have an opportunity now. This micro launch of the top producer formula is going to be available to everyone Saturday the 23rd from 2 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And we'll talk about this more in the Hangouts leading up to this. It's going to be a very big deal. Dave Wood is actually going to do the training himself in front of a live virtual audience, but I think the very first one is going to be broadcast from Denver in front of an actual live audience. I might slip down to that. I mean, Denver's so close to me here anyway, but I don't know. We'll just kind of see what happens. But this in Power Network enthusiasm, and I have it in my blood. At first, I wasn't buying into this, and then the more that I've watched and seen it, the training and things that he's revealing here has never been revealed before. And you can actually get in and have a peek at Empower Network for $7. Never before has that been available. And this is a one-time purchase. And you can also, and then you can get in, I believe it's $4.97 to non-members. And there's also, tied with this, something that Empower Network has never done either. They're offering a refund. If for any reason you're unhappy with this product, they will refund you. So, you know, that's something new for Empowered. Usually with digital products, a lot of times, you know, it's kind of hard because you already have the product, and then, okay, I want a refund, so you get the product for free, basically. You know, so I don't know. It's, you know, call me an Empower Network junkie, but I'm on board with this. It's a good deal. It's one of the best things that Empowered has offered, and it's going to be a springboard to many, many, many sales for people that aren't familiar with it. And the training is going to be broken down into very simple steps and things to do that anyone can understand. And these purchases are a one-time purchase too. They're not monthly, recurring, like some of the other products inside of Empower Network. But the way that it's formulated and engineered, guys, there's just a boatload of opportunity here to get in, and I cannot stress enough to this panel and everyone that is in Empower Network now, get this while you can get it at half price. And okay. Richard, we're gonna tie in here. Go ahead, Mike.
Well, I was just saying, no, it's fine. You know, if we want to switch in, let's tie into the to the deal and watch it for, you know, a bit here and see how it goes. Wood can kind of ramble on at times, and I don't want to, you know, prospective new viewers to get a little bit bored with it. But unless you're in it, you know, my opinion is he probably won't be too boring tonight. He's never boring, but he can ramble on sometimes very long. So let's see what he has to say, Richard.
Okay.
A sneak peek, folks.
Let's, all right.
In the way that we sell sometimes, because sometimes we attract people when we're just talking about getting money and getting commissions and it's free money and, you know, we're going to guarantee you're going to get a result or whatever. People say stuff like this and they're doing it out of desperation and they're not really being honest. I actually think that better people are attracted to something where they know there's a big upside, but they know they got to work at the same time. You know what I mean? I actually think it attracts better people, because then the people that are just looking for like a lotto, I mean, the truth is we just tell them, hey, go to Vegas because the odds are better if you spend your money there. You'll actually make a profit if all you're going to do is spend money. The odds are actually better because in Vegas you can actually go there and you can just blow money, and you might be one of those lucky people that actually get a return from that. In this business, if you just blow money, right, and you don't do anything, you will not make money, not ever, okay? So this isn't a lotto. So we need to go out there and tell people, you know, you got to learn these skills, right? That's why we're disclosing all the time, that and the government, right? But in any case, you got to learn the skills. So you want to study, right? Now, the cool thing is, those of you who buy the top producer formula, I actually don't even know if it's in the back office yet. I haven't checked, but it'll be up there, I believe, Friday. Okay, so the actual product itself, the one for $297, will be back there. Now, how do you make money from this launch in the next couple of weeks? Well, the easiest way would be to go through the top producer formula, right? And then comes the next part of the formula, which is to do what you just learned, right? And the next part of the formula is to teach what you just learned. So you study, you do, and you teach, and you want to do all three of those at the same time. See, in a medical school, what you do is first you study, then you do, and then you teach. You study, you do, then you teach, right? Well, in this kind of a model, it's actually a little bit different than that. You want to study, do, and teach a la vez, right, as they say in Espanol, at the same time. You want to study, do, and teach simultaneously. So what do you study, what do you do, what do you teach? Well, you want to study the material that's in the top producer formula. You want to apply it immediately to go out there and bring in as many customers, as many sales as you can. And then you want to teach people how you do it, which is going to make you an authority on the subject and is going to attract more people to you, and then repeat the cycle, and you become an expert a lot faster than it takes you in a normal school system, right? So you study, you do, you teach simultaneously. That's the formula for creating success. And what should you study, what should you do, and you teach? I say we study, we do, we teach the material that we're selling out there in the marketplace. Because one of the things I learned a long time ago in network marketing is, you really want success, here's how to do it. You become a product of the product, right? Why do you do that? Well, you know, if I have like a lotion or something like that, and I've got like some sort of like mystical cream that makes wrinkles go away, well, the first thing I got to do is that, you know, I'm 33, so I'm starting to get wrinkles, but I don't really have that many. I got to go to the mirror and find a wrinkle and take a picture of it, right? And then I got a picture of this wrinkle, and then I got to rub this cream on my face and hope that the wrinkle goes away. And if the wrinkle goes away in like 7 days or whatever, then I take another picture of that same part of my face, and I say, I've got before and I've got after, right? So then I go to my prospects who have more wrinkles than me, and I say, you know, I got started in this business 7 days ago. And when I got started in this business, I had a big crease on my face right there. And I actually took this cream right here that I'm going to give for you for free, and I put this on the wrinkle on the side of my face right here. And as you can see from the photo, and as you can see right here on my face, that wrinkle is no longer there. And what I want you to do is I want you to try it for the next 7 days. I want you to go ahead and sign you up. Would you like to buy a bottle of that? Before and after equals easy sale, right? So if you want to get really good at recruiting, how do you do it? Well, we got this material in the top producer formula. Here's what I'd do. I'd buy the product immediately. I'd buy the access to the livecast because I'm going to really expound these things on the livecast. I'd buy the product right now, go produce a result over the next few days that's bigger than the result that you've produced in the past. And then I'd go out there and look. Before I learned this information, you know, best recruiting week I'd ever had is I'd brought in 20 people to my business. Or I brought in, maybe you've not done something ridiculous like that. Best week I've ever had, I've brought in 3 people to my business. Or best month I've ever had, I've brought in 2. That's pretty normal in this industry. But I bought the top producer formula, and I decided to go through the material. And actually, just over the last 7 days, I've brought in an extra 20 people in my business, which is 10 times my previous best result. And you got to attend this livecast. It's only $7 to attend. There's the link to click on. Go ahead and buy right now, right? So you study, you do, you teach simultaneously. That's how you produce really big results and really big outcomes, right? So real quick, let me re-go over the schedule and what's coming. And let me tell you the first part of that formula is involved studying, right? And what does that mean? It means you need to buy the product. So right now, you see a little link over there to the right. I believe it's over there. My left, your right. Okay, if it's on the other side, I apologize. I'll just go like this. Just buy wherever the button is. Okay, pull out your credit card, click that link, and lock in your spot right now because only affiliates can get access to that product. You want to pull out your credit card. You want to buy it right now. And just go ahead and buy all the upsells. Just buy everything because all of it fits together. I'm going to talk about it all tonight. And then you want to take that information. You want to apply it in your business, okay, with us over the course of the next little bit. Let me tell you the schedule of what we're doing for the top producer formula, okay? And I'll go back over the commissions, but briefly after we bring the leaders out. But let me go over the schedule here real quick. So today is Wednesday, and the date is, I believe, the 13th. Okay, so today is Wednesday the 13th, right? And today the purchase page just went live about an hour ago inside the company for affiliates. Right now, nobody can buy these products except for people that are affiliates, and that will be true until Friday. Okay, so Friday, which is the 15th of this month, the external page is going live where you're actually going to be able to sell these products to people that are not in Empower Network. As a new front end for Empower, you'll be able to sell the $7 live cast. We'll talk about that a little bit later. I just want to go over the schedule. So tonight we're doing this live stream, and this is here specifically to educate you and help you guys to make good decisions, to help you guys be part of this training, and also teach you how to make as much money from it as possible. Okay. Now tomorrow night we're going to get back together again with the specific intention, okay, of taking you guys to the next level and showing you a detailed map of how you can take the information that I'm sharing with you tonight and you can apply it, how you can take the information in the top producer formula, how you can apply it, and how you can produce as big of a result as humanly possible over the course of the next 7 to 8 days. Okay. So today we have this. Tomorrow night we have another. We have another one. And I'm going to get some examples and show you some of the things that you're going to learn. I'm going to go more advanced into it just for you because I know you guys are some sharing. But I'm going to go over some strategies tomorrow night as well. All right. And that's the I believe the 14th. Today's the 13th. That's the 14th. Okay. And then we have a gap from Friday where we don't have any live stuff as a community. We have a gap from Friday to Tuesday. Now, we do have our normal Empower Hour Monday night, okay? But we're really not pushing that one quite as hard because we're really all pushing together till Tuesday. Now, I'll pop on the Empower Hour Monday night. I'll share some strategies if you guys want to promote it. I'll also help you make some sales. But really what we want to do is between Friday when that page goes live is all of us together as a community want to get as many new people outside the community to buy that $7 offer as humanly possible and get them on that Tuesday night broadcast. Now, that date's going to be, I believe, the 9th. Yeah, it's going to be the 19th, and that's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to go over some statistics of the industry. I'm going to bring on some examples of people that are getting major results, and I'm going to outline a plan that's more designed for non-affiliates, how they can take this information, they can apply it in their business, and how they can make more money from their business, okay? So between Friday, when the page goes live, and Tuesday, your job is to take this information you learned tonight and tomorrow and go get as many new customers as you possibly can and also get as many people looking at this as possibly can, warm your list up to it, make a testimonial, say, hey, I've gone through the modules, this is some of the things that I've learned, you've got to get on this live cast, and go out there and get people involved in that. We'll talk about how to do that tonight, and you guys have the affiliate playbook, I believe, is still there, okay, where you can download, you can get that information, okay? So then Tuesday, that's going to be kind of like the big idea. That's going to be the driving mechanisms that make this formula work in your business. And we're actually going to break down recruiting and selling rather than just being like, oh, here's some principles or there's some principles. I'm going to break down selling into a formulaic process that you can use. Now tonight I'm going to go over some of that formula with you, and I'm going to show you some things, and some of it's going to blow your mind. But this is just a piece of what you're even going to learn in the live broadcast, let alone the product and let alone the coaching series that goes along with that. You guys are really going to be blown away by this content and information. It's just a different level, okay? Now the next day, which is Wednesday, and that's the 20th, okay? Wednesday at the 20th, we are doing another live cast at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Again, keep it at the same time. And this is going to be a walkthrough of the sales and recruiting process. Okay, all the way from targeting people, all the way from how you move them through a process, and it's really going to paint out for people what we're going to break down in a lot more detail when they actually attend the live cast on that Saturday. Okay. So we have Tuesday, the 19th, and we have Wednesday, which is the 20th, where we're getting on live, okay? Now, so in between Friday this week and Tuesday next week, you get as many people as possible, you promote as many people into that first night as possible, promote as many people into that second night as possible, and then from there up until the live cast, which is on the 23rd, it's on a Saturday at 2 p.m. I actually don't know the time. Somebody could correct me. It's on the schedule, okay? Between that time, you want to bring in as many people to attend that live cast because it's a paid-only live cast on Saturday as possible, because on that live cast, I promise you, if you get a huge crowd there, I will help you create your biggest day ever. Okay, and here's why. The reason why we're selling like this versus another way versus a normal launch is we decided it's not really a good thing to sales offering. We've done launches two times, right? We've done a launch, and then on the launch we've like shut sales down for a week, and then we always have this huge sales back on. The problem with it is big organizations keep selling every day, and then they stop, and then they have this huge. They have this other week in the future when they don't get much commissions because they stop selling that one week and they get discouraged. So a normal launch cycle, actually, people like the sales are like this, then they dip, like this, and then they go like this. And I think the reason is because people who run normal internet businesses, if you look at people out there in the market, and I won't mention any of their names because like some of them hate my guts or whatever, right? But if you look at some of the big people out there that are in the marketplace, I think the reason why they do launches is because they don't have real businesses. They're not making sales every day. They don't know how to sell shit all the time, right? We do more sales every day than most of these people do in a month, all right? So when they do a launch, they have this big rush of buying, and it's like a good time. But when we do that, we have like all these sales, and we shut them down, and then it comes up barely above normal, then dips back below normal. Really not that much of a boost. Right, so we decided to do things in a different way, where we looked at our numbers and we said, okay, you know, and this actually, I was talking to you about this, Michelangelo. I'm going to talk to you about that later, but in front of people, because I think it's a good conversation to have in case anybody else has the same concern. Okay, that was by the way, I love having conversations with you. But the reality is that you look at that, and then we've launched other things into our community. It's had the exact opposite effect, right? For example, we launched the 15K formula into our community. What did it do? It just boosted sales everywhere. We launched High Ticket Academy into our community. What did it do? It boosted sales everywhere. We launched a master's course in our community. What did it do? It boosted sales everywhere. Why? Because we didn't shut sales off, right? So we decided to do something where we just keep selling and then increase the sales and add something new rather than turning off sales, and I believe it's going to work a lot better. But the reason why I'm really excited is because that live cast on the 23rd, here's what's happening after the live cast. That live cast is going to be probably about 6 hours, okay? And I'm going to break down the science of recruiting to the point where if you apply that information, you are going to be more knowledgeable than literally everyone in any other company in network marketing that has not been through that training. That's my goal for that $7, okay? To make it to where when somebody goes to that, by the time they get done with that course, they're more knowledgeable by the end of that course than anybody in their whole company, and they now have the formula to where they can go from 0, they can get to recruiting 2 to 4 people a day within 90 days. If you do not buy that $7 course, I think there's something wrong with you after hearing that. Okay, it's $7 to attend, and if you don't buy anything else, buy the dang $7 and get on that thing because it's going to change your life, right? But at that, here's what's going to happen. The very last, I believe it's the last hour, and I don't have this down because we were talking about it, and we still have to communicate back and forth with tech, but I believe it's the last hour of that broadcast. Here's what's going to happen. The price of the recordings to the broadcast, which people are going to want because they're going to listen to the audios and rewatch the videos, right, to master the material, well, it's going to jump from 27 to 47. The price of the top producer formula is going to jump from $297 to $497, right? The price of the coaching is going to jump from $497 to $997, right? I'm going to talk about what that coaching is a little bit later on and really what we're going to go over, right? So all the prices are going to essentially about double. But what's going to happen when we do that? Well, they are going to double. You guys hopefully know that when we say we're going to increase price, we actually do here, right? What's going to happen is you guys are going to have people on that thing live pulling out their credit card and buying in the craziest frenzy that you've ever experienced. But you're the one that's got to promote it, and you're the one that's got to make that happen in order to make it work. So right now, how do you promote it? Best thing you could do, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to bring out the leaders, and then I'm going to go over some stuff on the whiteboard here in about 5 or 10 minutes. And we're going to go through fast testimonials leaders, and we're going to bring them back out. So I don't want you to think I'm rushing through the leaders. We actually want to get some more content out of them later, but I just want to share with them their stories and their testimonials for specifically these subjects, recruiting, their results with the top producer formula, why they're excited about it, how much money they've made from selling it already, because you guys are affiliates. And I'm going to go through the product, and we're going to bring that back out. And I'm just telling you guys, the best thing you could possibly do, right over there, there's a buy link. Okay, I think it's right that way, which is your right, my left. Click that buy link and just start buying. And you want to continue all the way through, and you want to buy every product in this series, and you'll see why a little bit later on. The biggest reason why, though, the biggest reason why you want to get it is this. I learned this a long time ago, and you can believe me or not believe me. You guys are affiliates, so I can talk to you a little bit different. I learned a long time ago, all right, a long time ago, that if you want to sell something effectively, first thing you got to do is buy it. The second thing you got to do is become a product of it. Because things that you're a product of, you can sell through your story. Things that you're not a product of, you can't sell through your story. So a lot of times people are like, yeah, I want you to buy this product. And you're like, okay, it's like the wrinkle cream example. Let's take the same story, but let's say I'm in that company and they have a wrinkle cream, and I've got a wrinkle right there, okay? But, you know, they're like, you know, Dave, you know, you really got to become a product of the product. And I say, okay, all right, whatever. And so then I take my wrinkle cream, and I'm all afraid to use my samples, and so I go to my mom, and I'm like, Mom, you got to try this wrinkle cream. And she's like, well, you have a wrinkle. Have you tried it? I'm like, well, no. Well, I want to, you know, I want to see if you'll try it. So in other words, you want me to buy something that you're not even willing to invest in yourself? You're not willing to invest in your education? You want me to?
Uh-oh.
Yep, let's have a look here.
What happened?
They lost the audio.
Michelangelo jumped in.
That's okay. I think he's putting a lot of people on board there. Let's go ahead. I don't think we need to. He said most of what he needed.
Any more of it? Okay, it's fine. I agree.
The most important thing here, guys, is the $7 deal. Oh, there, maybe he's back.
Yeah, do you want to go back to him or?
I think we've heard the gist and what's happening. I mean, for $7, you're going to have access to some of the best training you've ever witnessed in your life. It's going to be 6 hours. You're going to have to, get it on your calendar or whatever. I believe you'll be able to record this and replay it. I'm not 100% sure, but I know if you have your computer turned on and let it go, you'll get it. And then retain it on your computer. But that $7 is going to be the best $7 you ever spent in your life. To get involved in this and learn things that you've never known about marketing and how to market, online and basically how to build a business online. It'll be the best $7 you ever spent. And then springboard into the rest of the stuff. That's going to be things that people are going to have to make up their minds on their own. Can they do it? And this, that, and the other. But I think it's very, very valuable. And once again, to get it at the cheapest possible price.
Well, the 23rd, which is the deal launch date, is a week from this Saturday.
Right. And you have until that day that you can still get it cheap. So, I've only got the $7 product at this point. And before Saturday the 23rd, I will have it all, though.
Where did you buy it? Did you buy it in your back office?
Yeah, they sent me a link today.
I've just been so swamped with other stuff that I haven't even done anything in Power week.
It takes you to your back office and you log in, and that's the only page that comes up.
Yeah, I'm sure it's back there.
And just, get it through there. I know you got a link, and Richard, you should have got a link today too. And we gotta get on board with this thing because he's 100% right. You're gonna witness something on the 23rd like you've never seen before. You're gonna have training that is second to none for $7, and then as an affiliate, you're gonna have a sales day that is second to none. Leading up to that, if you buy the product prior, you're going to get swipe and copy and everything you need to do to get people there, to get people watching that. There's already a link to hook it up to your Facebook page, and it's just one of those easy things to do. All you got to do is basically spend the $7 and then do what you're told to do. Be on these hangouts, be on these different events where he's training you and telling you what to do, and then do it. It's that simple. And if you do that, folks, every time that they've launched a product, and I've done it, I've had some of my biggest days that I've ever had. So I'm not going to I've never let an Empower Network opportunity slip by me, but I have let other things slip by me. Well, maybe not now. Somehow, some way, if you got to go to the pawn shop and do whatever you got to do, make this happen. Let this be your springboard, just like it was for me when I bought the Costa Rica. I think I paid $100 for that, and it's a $500 product. The 15K, I paid $250 for that. It's a $1,000 product. Let me be your example, right here. I'm pretty sure I'm the top producer of our group, and that's how. Basically, I bought these products at half price. and I did exactly what they told me to do after I bought them. And that's just all there is to it. You know, if you want to start yourself a business, here it is, guys, for $7. If you can't afford the other products, do yourself a favor and give yourself a 6-hour education for $7.
Yeah.
On the 23rd. Set the 23rd aside. It's going to be tough. There's going to be football going on. I understand that. Hey, Richard, we got our openers right down there in your neck of the woods. We're playing Ole Miss on the 28th.
Oh, no kidding.
On the 28th, we're playing Ole Miss on the Chick-fil-A kickoff.
Oh, Chick-fil-A, yeah.
Yeah, the Chick-fil-A kickoff in, I forget what town, but they're in Georgia. I think Atlantic City, Georgia.
Could be.
Yeah. So my BSU bunch will be right down there. You can go down, do yourself a treat there, Richard. Go see the boy. We've got our offensive coordinator back that took us through all the glory years. He is now the head coach. Yeah. Yeah, see, BSU knows how to recruit coaches. That's their claim to fame.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. But so that's on the 28th, so thank goodness, you know, get this behind us. But you will witness something on the 23rd, folks, like you've never seen before. You'll see a man stand up there and talk for 6 hours and literally do several million in sales. And he's going to do it for you. That's the cool part. You get this thing all hooked up, get it on your Facebook, do what they're telling you to do, and he's also going to come back with all these different live training events. There's another one tomorrow night. Just get on those. If you can't be on them, sign up for them. I mean, that's what the $7 is. Reserve your seat on that right now and get signed up for that $7, and then you'll be notified with every one of those. And if you can't be there, turn your computer on, let it play. Then you can watch it when you get home. You know, just back it up and watch that baby. But this is something you got to do. I mean, it's being laid out for you that you'll get, hands down, all your investment back. So your money is only going to be gone for 10 days, and then you're going to see your money come back. You will witness a selling thing like you've never seen before. That's one of the funnest things I've ever done with Empower Network, is watch this man, David Wood, when he gets in selling mode. It's like he clicks a switch and goes in selling mode, and it is something to see, guys. If you got any salesmanship blood in your veins, it is something to see.
No, he's very good.
And he's going to do it for you. It'll go directly to your account. He's going to make that money for you. That's the coolest part. All you got to do is get the people there, invite the people, and let the magic unfold.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, I agree. We've seen him do it live. I saw him do it in Austin, Texas, with Sharp on the stage, and seen him do it many other places. And you know, we're going to have a couple of hangouts before that, and we obviously we'll be discussing this and building up to it as well ourselves. But you know, I'm interested not only in the product but the other products as well. And when you have a minute, Gary, can you go over those products? Are you up to speed on all that? I'm not. Are you up to speed on the different product? I mean, all this producer $7.
On the basics, there's so many products that they got put in there, you know, in kind of, I don't want to say desperate mode, but that's the first thought that sticks into my mind, you know, and Vic's product and everything. I don't know if those still remain. I don't know if they're in there or not.
No, I'm talking about the producer, just the producer product.
Right. The main producer products, you know, is the $7 level, and then the 27, and then the 297, and I think they're just basically, it's kind of the same. Well, it's not the same training. It's extensions of each training, but it's just a way to create 3 products, you know, and that people can enter into, and then it upsells them on each one. But the sweetest part of this to me, and from a sales standpoint, I think it's a brilliant way to approach this, because you have people that are going to come in at a $7 level that aren't never going to go any farther than that $7 because basically they can't afford it. And that is rightfully so. And then you have people that are going to come in and enter that product at $500. But those are going to be people that then are going to turn around and buy the $25 product in Empower, the Costa Rica, or the Inner Circle, the Costa Rica, and the 15K formula and the master's course through the regular progression of being an affiliate marketer and getting all of your tools and things to sell. He is so correct in it is much easier to sell a product that once you buy. Once you buy that product, you're going to learn the product, you're going to want to promote it, and you're excited, and you want to talk about it and everything. But this training that's right now in front of you that he's going to line out himself is going to teach you and walk you through what you do every single step of the way leading into this. And, you know, I'm not 100% sure, guys, if this will work, but my feeling is if you click on the buttons below on this broadcast and by the $25 level, you're going to have the ability to buy this at half price. You know, before it even launches. That's my feeling. I don't see why that wouldn't work, because like he said in this hangout that we watched tonight, he's not shut off any of the others that make this broadcast go. And I think that is a hint. So if you want to buy that at half price, you buy the $25 level product, and that will give you access at this one at half price. That's my feeling. And then, because then you are an affiliate.
No.
You know, so I don't know. It's just, here again, you know, I don't know how you keep hype and excitement in something, but we're learning from the master. This is how you do it, I guess. You know?
I would agree. I would agree, and you know, and he's done it enough times, you know, to make it worthwhile, and his track record is pretty good. You know, I know that they don't talk too high about the blog beast and you know what happened there, but you know, I think that let's see what happens here. Obviously, we're part of this. You know, we're going to buy all these products, all of us. You know, but let's see what happens here. I think I'm cautiously optimistic that you know this will turn out very, very, very well. You know, I mean, I'm going to build up to the 23rd, absolutely. You know, and try and make the best of it. You know, just makes sense to do so. Let him do part of the reason we joined Empower Network. You know, whether we like to admit it or not, but you know, let him do the selling. Absolutely, him and Sharp. You know, that was the reason I joined. You know, and Wood's the expert at it. So
that's kind of my feeling too. You know, and you can kind of gauge yourself. Like I got the $7 product today just to reserve my seat, and then the only next one that was available to me was the $297. I was prepared to go the 7 and the 27 is what I wanted to do, but it wasn't there on my screen. It just jumped me right to the $297. So I'm not sure what the deal was there, but I'm going to lead up before the 10th and the launch. I will be these 3 products in. You have to. You just, for the amount of people that I'm going to invite to this, and when I drop something on my Facebook page, I never drop anything on there lightly. You know, hey, look at this joke. You know, I never do that. So when something pops up on my page, and I'm also going to put it on my Google page, and you know, that's just 2 strategies right there that'll bring a ton of people. You know, and they're free. You just, you know, put it on your wall.
Everywhere, Twitter, Google, the whole 9 yards. Makes sense to do that. Richard, do you have any thoughts on any of this?
Oh, I think it's great that they, it's a lot different than what we thought it was going to be. I mean, this top producer, that's it's a total spin of what we were kind of anticipating. So, and it's good that it's coming out before Orlando, I think, give it a kind of a splash, because now it's coming into where that'll be a big talk in Orlando, and they'll be looking for the success of it. So, and plus, it's an affordable gig. It's not, it's not $1,500, it's not $3,000, it's not $6,000, it's $297. So it's not like, it's going to break the bank right now if people get right in. So.
And it's a one-time purchase, and so if my feeling there too, yeah, you can springboard your results. And then once you get people into this, it's upselling them into the standard Empower products, and so it's kind of a springboard leading into that, and it's also giving them some traction, because I mean literally a person can come in here right now for $25, get in the back office, buy this product at half price, get people invited to the 23rd event, and slay them. Dave is being very sales oriented when he says in 90 days I'll get you results. I think you can see results much faster than that if you get yourself on board and get yourself lined out here, especially if you have a list. If you have a list of anything, and that's kind of one of the key components of this formula too, is he's going to get into helping you build a list that he can put together, a force list of people that just get pissed off when you send them emails and they never buy anything from you. You're just making a list of people to piss off, when you send them stuff. He helps you make a list of people that actually buy. And I'm anxious to see that, because that's training I've never had or got. And I have a list. I have a huge list, but mostly I get several complaints every time I hit my list. So it's not a good list, and they don't buy very well at all. And I'd like to change that. And so that's kind of why I'm excited about that, because it teaches you how to build a list that people actually buy. When you say something and put something and show them something, they will actually purchase stuff. That's the kind of list you want to make. And then it gives you that list that you can go in there and cherry pick to make those calls, like I was visiting with you guys earlier about. You get on the phone for an hour a day, and Dave kind of let that cat out of the bag too on the hangout last night, and I liked hearing that, because it went against a little bit of stuff that he has said, but that's okay. He does an hour's worth of calls every day and calls 4 people. And for 2 years straight, he has sold every person he calls. He sells 100%. He sells all 4 of them in an hour every day. And I don't know if he's still doing that. My guess is he's too busy doing other things now, especially when he's sole at the helm. But he said for 2 years he had a 100% track record, sold to everybody that he called on that 1 hour. He worked 1 hour a day on the phone. So just depends on what you guys want to do, what you want to do with this, where you want your income to be, and he's going to go over all that stuff with you for $7. And basically we're going to bring producers out of this that right now don't even realize they're going to be producers. That's the sweetest part of it all. And they're going to have answers to their dreams, and all of a sudden, hey, look at me and what I'm doing. We have a rare opportunity here, guys.
Well, jump on to make these last closing comments here, because we've already blown through this full hour. Okay. So, Gary, closing comments, and then Richard, then I'll shut it down.
It's just, not to sound like a broken record, guys, spend the $7. Saturday, we'll have a link up here for you to get access. Mike, I think you should post that up, and just and if you don't have access to that, like I said, the very best thing that you could do is spend $25 right now. Click on that button, spend that $25, get in your back office, buy the $7 seat. So you have that secured for $7. And then before the 23rd, Saturday the 23rd, you can buy the top producer formula at half price. So it gives you 10 days. It gives you 10 days from right now to get yourself lined up in position to make the 23rd one of the biggest days of your life. By how many people do you invite to this? How many people do you get here? You will have your own link to promote and get people to that broadcast. It's just it's a no-brainer, guys. This is not the smoke and mirrors. This will make you rich tomorrow. We can't guarantee that. We can't guarantee you'll do anything else after you do the $25, but if you do this, it'll give you access to that at half price. Get yourself in position to make the 23rd the day that you change your life.
All right. Mr. Dane Richards?
Yeah, I think it's, it definitely is, the coming thing. I mean, we really, you can't say that it couldn't come at a better time. I think that's the one thing is that, they've come out with an affordable product, the $7 $2.97, and it's the right time, folks. And if you want to get started making money, now is the time to do it. And we did lose a really good person this last week was Robin Williams, and I'll give you a quote from him. He did say, no matter what people tell you, words and ideas can change the world. And so, we're giving you the words and the ideas to change your world, in essence. I mean, the products are good. You just got to stand by them faithfully, utilize them, promote them, and they'll reward you in return. But I was just thinking of Robin Williams this week. So,
Tragic loss. Well, yeah, I agree with both Richard and Mr. Dane Richards and Gary Smith here regarding opportunity. When opportunity presents itself like it is here with this unique product and cost associated with it, you can't get in at a better price. You can spend all the different monies and buy all the different products, but this product will help you to determine whether you've got it, what it takes, and help you recruit and help you and teach you how to build your business and add on with the Empower Network products. One of the things I'll comment on in closing here for viewers is that one of the things I have elaborated on, since about a year now, is the Empower Network's products moving more in the direction of a almost a schoolroom. Where if you're in Herbalife, if you're in Amway, if you're in Organo Gold, if you're in Caribars, whatever MLM or direct sales product you're using, or you call your primary, the Empower Network products will help you in that area, and that's what I think this top producer is meant to do. It's not meant to be you to become the top producer in Empower Network. It's meant for you to become the top producer in whatever you're doing. And so I believe this is a step in the right direction for Empower Network in regards to becoming a lack of a better word, schoolroom, for the direct marketing and MLM industry, where all of the members, doesn't matter what you're promoting, what you're selling, the direct marketing company program you belong to, that all of the Empower Network products are applicable to that as well. And I believe that this is a step in the right direction. So the top producer isn't designed for you to become the top producer in Empower Network. It's for you to become the top producer in whatever you're doing. Now, if you like to just do Empower Network, that's your choice. And we have made that choice, all of us three here, and others as well. But we do other things on the side. And training will help us in that, and that's what it's designed for.
Right.
Wouldn't you guys agree?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and just I can't, for any affiliate marketing program and building your own business, this is such a no-brainer to get in there because you can have your whole investment back on the 23rd. So whatever you spend in the next 10 days, if you do this right, 1 or 2 sign-ups, you're in the gravy. And Dave is going to get them signed up for you in that 6-hour stretch. I'm telling you, folks, this is the time to get in and let him get your money back for you right off the bat on the 23rd, and then you're off and selling. From that point, everything you sell is gravy.
Yeah, we'll have time to elaborate more on this on the hangouts ahead, But this is a good introduction tonight, and there's other hangouts that we'll be listening to, tapping into, and so that the viewers can get a better peek out of it as well. But this is kind of a good example in closing here for prospective new members. That's what these Google Hangouts are on Wednesday nights for prospective new members. You get to see a little bit about what we're doing and how we make money, utilizing the Empower Network products, and specifically with Empower Network. And this is a great example of how that's going to be done. So I'd like to thank you, Mr. Gary Smith, Mr. Iron Dane Richards, for tonight. And thank you, viewers, especially for tuning into us. If you're watching us live or on replay, thanks for taking your time to take a look at us and check us out. The buttons below are to get signed up with Tean Certainty and Empower Network. All you can spend is $25 tonight, or today to get signed up. Your sponsor will take you the rest. I recommend level number 3 below. That'll get you in the best position to make the maximum amount of money in the shortest period of time with your efforts and our training. So again, thanks for viewing tonight. We'll be back, Saturday morning, 11 a.m. Central Time to 11:30 with a questions and answer period. And again, that's what the tab on the side of this button for, the support tab. If you click that, a box will open up. You can type in any question you want about Tean Certainty, Empower Network, or any one of us team leaders. Support will get it answered for you, and then if they deem it appropriate, send it to us, and then we answer the questions, a handful of questions, Saturday morning. It's a little bit lax deal, but it's this Saturday morning. We do them Saturday mornings from 11 to 11:30 Central Time. So, again, thank you, fellas. Appreciate it. And thank you, Mark. And we'll see you next week. Take care.
Okay, see you Saturday.